Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to the latest matchday vlog for the channel. It's League 2 action, midweek, Thursday night. It's Chesterfield versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. Chesterfield versus Doncaster Rovers in League 2, a big one towards the top end of the table. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continuing to do so. It does mean a great deal to me. And if this video has brought you to the channel and you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy it, and if you do enjoy this sort of content, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then I choose the opponent's one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be part of that conversation, get them in the comments down below. And then we finish the video off with 3 predictions, a predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have got a predictions league, there is an update on that, and then the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into the previous meetings. And it seems like we're back to, if you've watched these videos for any period of time, tend to look at previous meetings, and it's never good reading for Rovers fans. We've had a few games where Rovers have come out on top across our history, but we're back to what we know best. 96 games in total between Chesterfield and Doncaster. Donny winning 29. We've shared the spoils on 31 occasions, but Chesterfield edged this one with 36 wins across our history. But if we look at the more recent 5, Donny just edged it with 2 wins, 2 draws in there and a defeat. So we jump back to the 14-15 season in League 1. It was a 3-2 home win and then a 2-2 draw away. And then in the 15-16 season in League 1 again, it was a 3-0 home win and a 1-1 draw away. So home comforts in this one until this season, where we massively underperformed. Chesterfield looked really good on the day as well and beat us 3-0 at the Eco Power. So hopefully we can return the favour and get the 3 points in their back garden like they did with us earlier this season. But yeah, more recent 5, Donny have got the edge, but overall history, Chesterfield have the edge in this one. So that doesn't really point in any direction for how this game is going to go tomorrow night. Current form though does point in one direction, and that's in the direction of Donny. 5 wins on the bounce, including the FA Cup win on penalties against Hull. Chesterfield, on the other hand, a little bit inconsistent, hit and miss, with a defeat, 2 draws, a win and a defeat last time out. But yeah, 5 wins on the bounce. If you're a betting man, the money's on Donny, but yeah, every run comes to an end at some point. But Chesterfield, they will be looking to put pressure on the teams above them before the weekend fixtures. This should have been played on Saturday, but Rovers' progression through to the 4th round of the FA Cup, that's getting played on Monday, Crystal Palace at home. So this was moved to the Thursday night. So it's an opportunity for Donny to kind of get a bit more of a grip on the autos, or it's a chance for Chesterfield to kind of claw some ground back on the playoff spots. So yeah, they're currently sitting 10th, 8 points away from Bradford in 7th. So a win on Thursday night does just put the pressure on those teams above them to make sure that they've got to get the result as well. Chesterfield, extremely difficult to beat at home. Having a look, they've only tasted defeat twice in 14 games this season, but too many draws at home is one of the reasons why they're not closer to that top 7, with 7 draws from their 14 home games so far this season. So a tough place to go. We will see if we can break Chesterfield down and get that elusive win and make them taste defeat for the 3rd time this season. But yeah, Chesterfield, unfortunate to get beat last time out, beaten at the death, 90+2 I think it was, in a game that they had more of the ball, more shots, more opportunities. So yeah, they'll be ruined from probably missed chances in that one, and they'll want to put it right against Donny tomorrow night. On to the Rovers though, superb performance to a man last time out against MK Dons, and for me deserving of the 2-1 scoreline. For me, one of, if not the best performances at home this season against a very good footballing team. They did put pressure on us, but yeah, I think on the balance of play we definitely deserved the win and the 3 points. But for me, I've been complaining, if you've watched this channel for any period of time, I've been complaining about consistency this season, for most of the season. But yeah, we find ourselves on the run, on the back of a 4-game winning run in the league, and then the win in the FA Cup, to make it 5 on the bounce. And it'd be nice to get 3 points tomorrow, to make it 5 league games and 6 wins on the bounce, which should give us plenty of confidence going into a tough game at home to Crystal Palace in the 4th round. But yeah, things could look very good through February for Donny, and through March for Donny, with a favourable run of fixtures on paper, but hard work is needed to get any points in League Two. But yeah, the run of fixtures does look decent. We just need to put performances in that we've started to do. Seem to be starting to cook on gas a little bit, which is nice to see, and hopefully we can put a run together of the likes of what we saw at the end of last season. That would be fantastic, and we're chasing Walsall down. Who knows, stranger things have happened. On to play profile for this one, I have gone with Patrick Kelly, defensive midfielder, 20 years old, on loan from West Ham, and for me is improving game by game. He's had 26 appearances this season across all competitions. He's only contributed 2 goals, but I think his energy and his work rate is excellent, and I think he just adds some bite into that midfield that we do miss when he's not in there. And I thought he was superb, excellent against MK Dons. He was rushing their midfielders. He kept a good eye on Crowley, which is tough because he's a very, very good player. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a Rovers shirt, to be honest. But yeah, Patrick Kelly, full of energy and running. I think him alongside Crew and Bailey shaping up to be a very good, busy engine room that no team in League Two will want to face, in my opinion. And yeah, it's great to see him developing and becoming a really good player. So yeah, hopefully that continues as the season goes on. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do. So anybody else who should be part of this conversation, get them in the comments down below. We do like to learn about all the teams that we face in League Two, but I have gone with a fairly obvious pick in this one. I've gone with Armando Dobra, 23 years old, left winger. He's Chesterfield's top scorer with 11 goals, I think, this season, 10 or 11 goals. And he's got a couple of assists, maybe 1 or 2 assists as well. But a standout goal against Bromley for me just shows what he's got in his locker. Can pick it up outside of the box, shift it, get a little bit of space that seems to not be there, take the shot on, and yeah, wonderful goal against Bromley. But yeah, 166 career appearances at the level above and around this level, so he knows what he's doing, certainly at this sort of level of the pyramid. 38 goals, 21 assists, so I think yeah, just a busy player, good on the ball, like I say, finds that bit of space from nothing, can take a shot on from distance. So yeah, we've got to be on our game to make sure that Dobra doesn't get that space, that time, or that opportunity to take a strike at goal. So yeah, for me, Armando Dobra is the one to watch for Chesterfield tomorrow night. On to the predicted team lineup. This is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into. And for the predicted team lineup tomorrow, I have gone with unchanged from the win against MK Dons, I believe. Teddy Sharman-Lowe in goal, Sterry, Olowu, McGrath and Maxwell at the back. I think defensively we look fairly solid at the minute, so I don't think you can really change that. Bailey, Crew and Kelly in the midfield, I've kind of already mentioned what they give as a collective. Molyneux can win games on his own, get him on the right. Ennis is improving game by game as well, so keep him on the left and Ironside with the goal to get us running against MK Dons. I think you've got to keep him in there. Hopefully a run of games, build his confidence, gets another goal and helps us on to 3 points tomorrow. So that's my predicted team lineup for tomorrow. Onto the predictions league table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. Get the scoreline spot on, it's 3 points. Outcome of the game right, it's 1 point, but not the scoreline. 1 point. Get it completely wrong, it is no points. And there's a couple of games that we've missed on this, so updates. Max got a spot on prediction against Barrow. He went with 3-1, and he also went with a 4-2 win against MK Don, so he gets 4 points, which bumps him up to first. Chris managed to get 2 points with 2 predictions, correct results, but not the scoreline. I got the correct result, but not the scoreline. in the MK Dons game, and my dad went with draws in both, so he remains on 14 points at the bottom. I'm in third on 19. Chris has dropped down to second on 21, but Max is running away with it now, 2 points in the lead in first. And that takes us on to the very important, the all important score prediction. It's going to be a tough one tomorrow. Already mentioned Chesterfield's home form. Draw a lot of games, have drawn 50% of their home games this season. They've only lost 2 though, so it's going to be very tough. We've got to be on our A game to bring anything home with us, and hopefully the run of wins has just give us confidence, that confidence that we need to go to a place like Chesterfield and get a point or 3. And I believe that we do have it in us, so I am going with a 2-1 win, similar to the MK Dons game, where they'll come at us, and if we're defensively solid, there may be spaces that we can exploit with Molyneux, Ennis, and Crew's passing ability. So I'm hoping that because Chesterfield are a good team, that plays into our style of play as well. We tend to find teams that sit and are difficult to break down. We find them hard to break down, whereas teams that play football tends to give us an opportunity to play football as well. So I'm hoping that does happen, and it's a very entertaining game, and we come away with the 3 points with a 2-1 win. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.